Hello boys and girls, it's time for another Warcraft video. That's right, this is a boss called Achman. Although you don't actually see him called Achman right now because he's not Achman yet, he's about to be. So this is a level 70 instance. I'm sure you've all been here, called Karazhan, and the reason to solo this boss is because he drops a mount. Apparently, although he has never dropped it for me. So I play a Demonology Warlock on Jubathos. We have a very, very simple strat for this boss, and it really requires you to be demo because you do need to be able to do that extra bit of healing. You can spec into extra healing on the Demonology tree if you really want to, but I couldn't be bothered because really I've got enough gear and so forth to be able to heal my pet easily enough. So the basic idea behind this is when you first pull, I usually pull with like a Curse of Elements just so that I can get aggro on the boss, but without doing any damage. And I have my pet on passive and I have him on stay, so that way as soon as the boss comes I manually click on the boss and get the pet to engage him. So basically you just let the pet do a bit of damage. After a little while Achman will spawn, switch the target over to Achman and get the pet to attack him. So basically the pet will just bash on him for a while. The very important thing, if you have a look down in the bottom right hand corner, is Omen. Make sure you have Omen running and keep an eye on it. That is the number one way to die, is to over aggro and pull aggro and get cleaved in the face. So basically what you got to do is just sit here and slowly but surely let him DPS him down. Once you've got a bit of a threat lead though, once your pet's got a threat lead, you can throw a few dots on Achman and make the process go a little bit smoother. Just make sure that you have any soul shards available to soul shatter if you did go over the top, and just slowly but surely DPS him down. So this is what I'm doing here. You can see I'm just keeping out of the way, because if you get too close or stand in front there is a cleave move which can hurt and kill you. So yeah, just kind of keep out of the way and slowly DPS the boss down. You'll see I just popped for a battleground. I am in a raid group and everyone else is doing a battleground, so I'm not actually going to go, obviously. I have better things to do. The biggest problem with this boss for a warlock, or for any clothy really, is the goddamn painful trash. I think I died like 8 times just getting to the boss on this attempt. I usually die about that. Sometimes sometimes I can go okay, but if I'm not concentrating and not really paying attention, I can just get owned quite a bit. The trash all the way up to him, I think there's about 8 trash packs, and they are all a pain in the ass. They've all got fears and charges, and they do a lot of damage. So if you get charged or feared and your pet is out of range and you can't heal it up, the pet will die. And they all hit really hard for level 70 mobs. So yeah, so basically this is really exciting stuff. You're just DPSing him down and wishing you were dead. And the thing is, I mean, you can sit here and DPS him down and you have a great time, and in the end he's never going to drop a mount, so I don't know why I bother. But thankfully this is not a boss that they're going to remove in Cataclysm, so I can slowly but surely keep trying every single raid lockout for the next 5 years until it finally drops, and it will drop eventually. I have to cling to that hope. Now I also solo some bosses in Zul'Gurub, but I'm going to have to get that done pretty soon. They better drop, because they're going to remove that instance entirely for Cataclysm, so I won't be able to get my Raptor. I don't really care that much about the Tiger. I can get a Tiger, and I don't really like the model anyway, so I don't bother with that boss. Also, he's really difficult. He's really tricky, and I just couldn't be bothered, whereas the Raptor boss is extremely easy. So yeah, so at this point, we're just chipping away at his health bit by bit. It's the only way to do it, really. I mean, you can probably put out a bit more DPS than I'm putting out. I'm being a little bit too safe, I guess. I don't want to spend 10 minutes doing it and get killed and have to run back and start again, so I just go slowly. When you get to this point, he merges with the horse, and it's basically the aggro resets straight up, so you've got to manually target him again, send your pet out again. Thankfully, when they're combined, their health pool is actually pretty low, so they will die pretty quickly from this point. If you can get to this point, you're pretty much won, as long as you can keep your aggro in check. So I just basically let him get to about 50% or so, maybe a little bit. I think I went a bit lower on this attempt, and then just pop demon form and beat the crap out of him until he dies. I think I almost pulled, or I did pull just at the very end before he died in this attempt. And yeah, so as you can see here, I'm slowly keeping my little pet alive. I think he almost dies a couple of times, but he's good. He's powerful. He's a demon. He's my friend. I wouldn't let him die. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to pop demon form at any second. Oh my god. I hate doing this fight. Especially in this phase, because he just charges you every few seconds, and it's really annoying to try to keep your pet up. And because I'm healing my pet, it does drain my own health. So you'll see every once in a while I throw out a bit of a death coil or a drain life just to keep my own health pool up. Also because he keeps charging me, and that just brings my health down again. So here we go, demon form. Gonna run in, just gonna pop immolation aura and burn the boss, and hopefully he will die without me dying. The little 3 that you see popping up is Molten Core Procs, which I don't really use when I'm DPSing this boss until the final phase when I'm soul firing. So you'll see them pop up every once in a while when I've got a corruption on the boss. Yay, he's dead, and there's no mount, just some crappy loot. So yeah, that's it. That's Achumen, the bane of my existence. Enjoy, have fun, go and kill him, get him out.